Hey everybody, Drew here to welcome you to another fantastic episode of Cosmic Crit. We have a couple of things going on. You guys might have noticed we haven't announced a winner for our June fan challenge yet. That's because it's been extended through July. We want all of you guys to submit your soundboard additions, and we want to make sure everybody has a chance to do it. I know we had some folks that were worried about time, and well, you've got it. So send those in, because I cannot wait to hear what everybody has to come up with. In addition to that, I would love for everybody to check out something we did on our June live stream, our Patreon live stream. I GM'd my first ever thing. I GM'd the crew going through an episode of Henshin, which is an RPG system based on Power Rangers and Super Sentai multicolored fighting teams, and it went really well. You can still find that on our Twitch page, and you can find it at our youtube.com/CosmicCrit site. I would love for you guys to check that out because I'm really proud of how it came out, and I don't know, I think episode 2 might be coming out before too long, so we will have to see. Speaking of Patreon, I was looking at that the other day, and you guys know what? We are $9 from our next goal. Only $9. That could be one person. That could be 9 individual people that push us through that so we can start moving up the ranks of Patreon. It would be awesome if you guys could help us out with that. Check us out at patreon.com/Cosmic Crit. Now, this episode has a little bit of a title battle going on of what we need to call this one, so I'll be just as surprised as you are to hear episode 93, CC's Bazaar Adventure.
Episode commencing in 3, 2, 1. Episode initiated.
I've got my Game Master's Guide. I've got Digital Die. I've got Critty Pride and Cosmic 2 waiting to start the show. Yes, I do. In this podcast, I feel safe. No one cares about our Starfinder ways. Welcome back to the show, everyone. I am your GM, Patrick, and if you're wondering if I want you to make a will save, then please make a will save to enjoy this upcoming episode. I can't help my feelings. I'll go out of my mind. These player characters have come to get me because they want to whoop my behind. Help me in introducing, by round of podcast applause, your 5 players and our friends to my right. Why is he so far away from me? I want to melee, and he's way across the sea. Remote controlling his drone is Tyler, playing Nikithi with Itis.
I'm just hiding in a box, playing with a remote controller, Patrick.
Let's fight. To his right, what's with these Atlantes dissing my girl? Why they got a front? It's Rebecca rocking Talara.
Hello.
Across the digital table, he'll eat his candy with the fermented meat, honey, and beans. It's Miles with the win.
Just don't quote anything from Hurley.
And to his right, if you want to destroy his chance to trick attack, then don't pull his finger as he walks away. It's Jabert bringing Bumfuzzle. And to my left, when you're born a full-blood Atlante, you don't need no memory. It's Drew running with Cass.
Hello.
Hey, everyone. How's it going?
Not too bad. How are you doing, buddy?
I'm okay. I'm all right. It's time for episode 93, which seems an impossible number. We're not too far into this second season, but I feel because the episode count is so high, we've been doing this for some time, almost 2 years.
Somebody retweeted us this morning and a tweet that is more than 500 days old.
Oh yeah, no, that I remember that. It was like a book 1 Dead Sons thing.
It had to be one of the first big fights in that book too, but
I think it was a Creon. Yes. Well, let's talk about this adventure path, the weirdness that is Outpost Zed. How are you guys enjoying this section so far?
I'm enjoying it. It reminds me of a lot of different types of science fiction settings and shows that I love very much, from Babylon 5 and Deep Space Nine.
I got a real Farscape.
Definitely Farscape.
Just because the aliens are so weird.
But I love those kind of cultural, those weird hubs, in science fiction. And I think it's been a while since we've really seen a good one.
I don't know if I hyped this book too much with you all. I've told some people, GMs have read it, and I mean, I'm including my own adventure path, which is out very soon. But this is one of my favorite AP volumes of all time. Pathfinder, Starfinder, everything. It is so interesting, and it has a lot of moving parts. And there's so much weirdness. I love it. This is what I wanted from Starfinder when the game came out. It was exactly this.
I mean, this is the first place that is like has myriad races, but aren't mostly humans, mostly packed worlds.
Oh
races.
Yeah. I mean, you've seen 0 humans so far on the station. I feel like the last time that you all as players or as player characters were, kind of out there doing these kind of alien investigations was book 4 of Dead Suns, Jason Keeley's Ruined Clouds. As aliens and weirdos like this Slug Man and Demon Girl, as weird as they are, I'm hoping you guys kind of feel somewhat normal on this space station of even weirder creatures,
Oh yeah, dude, heck yeah. Nikithi was happy just to finally see some bug brethren in a station. So
Slugman and Demon Girl coming to NBC this fall.
Yeah, Tallara tried really hard not to be all judgmental and stuff, and it totally backfired. So I don't know. She's pretty much done with these guys.
Ready to just snap your fingers and summon some demons.
And which is what I expected Tallara to do in the first place.
Right. So you guys have beaten back some disease. Drew avoided eating some alien food poison. Let's get back into this episode. Let's figure out what's going to happen here on the station. Before we get there, though, tell me what happened last time on Cosmic Crit.
After a long wait in the line for food, Kaz narrowly avoids disaster with a clutch culinary choice from Nikithi.
After some exquisite culinary monstrosities, we're able to locate Hashashir, who may be able to help us navigate Outpost Zed. But all's not well. Hashashir is suffering from a plethora of maladies from some strange parasitic spider monsters.
Wynn finds it difficult to aid his comrades in battle as the only entry is through a small tunnel. Perhaps he should have laid off the meat honey.
Tallara shimmies through the pipe to help, but she quickly finds herself backed into a corner, surrounded by bugs and into HP damage.
But with the bugs gone, Hashashir can finally rest and try to recover, and then hopefully point us in the direction of the mechanic, Talmrin.
Oh, yes. And we had a bit of a barn burner of a battle last week, and I did not give us our XP total update.
You monster!
Because I did juice up this combat a little bit. Not going to lie, folks, that was a CR6 encounter between the 5 Auhios. I wanted to try, give one to everybody. Not everyone got in the hole, though. And, I think the circumstances of that small pipe in this AP adds to that as well. So CR6, 2,400 XP, 600 each, which brings our total to 5,175.
Oh, so close. So close.
Level 4 is where we're heading next, and that's 6,000 XP.
Yep.
Yeah.
Very close.
All right, guys, you know what we have to do. We just have to go out into the lobby and start picking fights.
just start slashing.
I did not realize
business.
Yeah, I didn't realize these spiders would be such a good XP farm for us. But
I think let's go change the queen.
Yeah, I think so.
You guys are obsessed with this queen notion.
It was just shocking that there wasn't one. It seemed like there would have been. I don't know.
There's always got to be a queen.
There's always a bigger bug. So you all did this favor for Hashachir in this last episode, a male Raikrichi who, is this hard-shelled bipedal crustacean-like alien. They do exist in the packed world. They're kind of rare there. You've seen many on this station. It seems like maybe they're from this sector of space, or there's like colonies of them out here. Yeah, you've never seen one like Hachir before, perhaps in person. He is very sick. He's got this kind of fungal foam coming out of his joints. You see cracks in his shells and parts, like layers of it that are flaking away, kind of like a pearlescent material that is just like cracking off. And yeah, so he's covered in these medicinal smelling black rags. Last week, Bumfuzzle, you fixed his voice box so he can speak a little clearer. And yeah, you asked him about Talmrin and perhaps helping make contact with other people here on Outpost Zed. So yeah, after we should wrap up some business last week. When you do have to get back through that tunnel, you guys can take 10 to push and or pull the bear back through the small tunnel. You will take 1d6 points of bludgeoning damage, though. Do you want to roll that? Do you want me to, Miles?
I guess I will roll it.
All right. All right.
3.
Yeah. Okay. Not that bad. All right. So you take a little more damage as perhaps Idis is just like barreling into your behind to pop you out. Yeah. Hachir kind of ambles to his feet and says, I am sorry that I do not know how to reach this Talmrin. I know of her. She is known here. And as long as my strength holds out, I will help you to translate to find her. I suggest we head to the marketplace. I know that some of the merchants there must know how to contact Talmrin.
Yes, the market. To the market we shall go.
Perhaps we should rest a while. I think all of us may have had a hard time in that battle, except for me. And
I was quite fine.
Yes. And I would not want to push our friend here during his recovery too much.
Right. So you guys want to take a 10-minute rest here in the cantina, this weird alien kind of cafeteria?
Yeah, I'd really like to sleep for a long time, but 10 minutes will do.
Well, that's up to you. Do you want to go back to the ship with your new pal Hachir?
Can we convince him of that so that we can maybe start to heal some of his illness, his sickness?
Yeah. You still have the med bay aboard the Phoenix's respite.
Oh,
Yeah, we can let him nap in there, and
yeah,
we can nap.
you can nap as well. He, if you recall last week, did not want to go to your ship because he, if you're docked with the station, he was absolutely certain that these things would follow his trail, follow his scent and still get to him there and perhaps infest your ship. But he didn't want to see that happen.
Well, since we've taken care of those nasty little critters, any chance that he's a little more willing to rest up properly?
Yeah. No. If you guys want to make a diplomacy check to convince him, lure him back to your van with candy, please do. And you guys can aid whoever wants to do that. Who's our diplomacy maestro? Is this the win?
I think it's me.
Yeah.
I'll be happy to do it.
How about a charming veneer as well, Talar?
Yeah, I was going to say I can put charming veneer on whoever, so +1 to this.
All right.
Boy.
Should I try?
Got an aid. Yeah.
Well, Bumfuzzle's aided. What are Bumfuzzle, you and Win saying?
If I have +1, 14.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. What do you actually say out of your mouth?
Oh, now that we have taken care of the bugs, I don't think you need to fear them coming to our ship. We would be happy to assist you with some medical help.
Yeah, I got that. If they come around, I'm gonna stick or snap, get them good. Yeah.
Yes, we have proven ourselves most worthy in combat with these pests, so you need not worry.
I will defend you with my life.
Hachir can see that a couple of you, including Bumfuzzle and Kaz, are just coated in the Audhio's sticky ichor. And he's very thankful, more than enough to convince him he is willing to come back and get a good night's sleep. And I believe last week he also agreed to Nikithi taking a look at him, taking a look at some of his wounds. So yeah, we can do that. You guys head on back to your ship.
Get some sleepy times.
Yeah, if you guys want to rest up, it's a couple hard battles here. It's a rough reception, as it were, at Outpost Zed. Tyler, does Nikithi need to rest up, or do you need to do anything with Itis, or do you want to spend the time kind of looking over your new patient?
Yeah, I think he would rather spend the time trying to provide medical care to Hashachir. If this guy is if they're gonna be helping us out, he wants to make sure that they are fully capable.
Okay, all right. Let's see here. So you guys can spend that time. Why don't you give me a medicine check? See if you can aid in his recovery process for. It's a treat disease, and you're basically, I think, going up against the DC of it's Rykrichi shell rot. That old disease.
That old chestnut. I can roll and see what I know. I rolled a 12 and I have a 9, so that's a 21 altogether.
Right. So more than enough, I believe. I think I said last week the DC was a 16, and this is some of the first, uninterrupted sleep that Hashachir has gotten in some time, as these bugs have been keeping him up. He has to wake up and kind of shoo them away, and it sapped him of his strength. So I'm going to go ahead and roll for his recovery. This will take longer than, he's not popping back from this tomorrow, but he could be on his way with your little +4 for...
Oh no! Come on, Hashachir, do better!
I rolled a 4 on the dice, so not great. Does anyone want to use their once an AP reroll?
Is there any bonus we get from the medbay that would increase that at all?
So you will need the medbay just to
do it.
Treat disease. Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
I believe the DC goes up maybe a good deal, but yeah, after doing it gives them a +4 bonus. Regardless, him resting up, he's able to get some hit points back. It just kind of looks like he was hurting, physically from the bugs and from the disease. So in the morning, he still looks pretty sick, but is a little faster. He's able to move a little quicker.
Is it possible with that medicine check that I could take a sample of the disease and just keep it?
Is that something you want to ask him about, or is this something you're going to try and sneakily steal from him? You weaponizing Rykrichi shell rot.
I mean, if there's a buyer, but I think he would ask, just under the guise of just like, he'd say something like, for a complete and full study, I would need a sample. It will not hurt.
Tyler, are you telling the truth, or is this a bluff situation?
I mean, he does want the sample. If anything, it might be like a sense motive to sense why he wants the sample. But I mean, he does want it, and it won't hurt to take off of him.
I'm gonna make you roll bluff because I think this will be more fun.
Oh no!
And you also just said that you want to weaponize, and potentially sell a disease to the best buyer. So go ahead and roll that.
Oh boy, I don't have a bonus here.
Oh, good.
But 12? That's not bad.
It's not bad at all. I believe, actually,
Come in here and bluff for me.
I do not have a sense motive listed for him. I'm just going to go by the AP here. Let's see what I roll on the D20. Oh, I rolled a 2. He's like, please go ahead. whatever you need to take.
Thank you. He fills up like 20 jars.
Gross. You just like milking them for.
Yeah. Oh, well, he's taken off, flakes from the shell, tissue samples, blood samples.
Yeah, you can basically make like a bath for him, like a stew, and just soak him overnight. He very much appreciate that. But yeah, next morning you guys rested up. You can go ahead and reset most everything. Was anyone down a good amount of hit points?
Yeah, I took about 7 hit points.
Okay.
So,
does anybody want to do any medicine checks for healing that, or do you want to roll some?
Yeah, can I get Dr.
serums?
Nikki to take a look at my ouchie?
Got some goblin boo-boos.
Yeah, you come in and maybe Nikithi's harvesting those samples, and he's like, what do you want? What do you want? No, nothing. I'm not doing anything. What do you need?
That sounds like a bluff check to me.
Give me 5 bluff checks.
Bluff check, sir.
But he's happy to change the subject and do a medicine check.
All right, 23 on my sense motive.
There's definitely something going on in there.
All right, Nikithi, what's the deal? What you're gonna cut me in on this, right?
You see a nearly nude Raikichi just bathing behind him. He's like, get out!
No, Nikithi and Bumples will be splitting profits I guess at this point.
Right, exactly. And Bumble agrees to keep the lips zipped.
All right.
Yeah.
Guess what?
Okay.
I'm not playing black market Raikichi action.
I don't think I rolled high enough. I rolled an 11. Is that the 20 on a medicine check?
Yeah.
Help out?
3 deadly wounds. That's all you need with the
cool.
the medical.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
That's right.
And that is how much? It's been a while since I've done a medicine check.
Is it just a D8 or is it?
No, it's
No.
like a standard amount.
Treat deadly wounds is takes a minute. Restore hit points. You get 1 HP per CR of the creature you're treating. So basically level.
Yeah. So I get 3 back. Okay, cool.
If you had exceeded it by 5 or more, you also add the doctor's intelligence modifier.
That would have been a bit more. I'll try to roll better next time. Maybe skill focus is in my future.
Anyone else needing of some medical bay attention?
Talara used a healing serum at the end of the last episode, so I'm back up to full health.
Whoa.
Yeah, after a good night's sleep, Wynn's fine.
Yeah, same with Cass.
Good. Okay. All right. Well, let's move back on to your second day in Outpost Zed, heading back into the promenade. Hashachir is kind of like leading you through, and as you walk through here, he kind of has a steady limp. You can tell he's hurting in some pain, but he guides you through the thick crowds here, the morning crowds, and says, Outpost Zed. It is a fairly lawless station and lies outside of Star Empire control. There are some of the more lucrative pirates and traders. I think they have a deal with the patrol ships that come through the system periodically. They get paid to look another way, and people come here when they are too proud for Aslanti rule. I can see you all aren't of the Star Empire. The citizens here do things a little different, all the same. I advise you be patient, be ever keen to observe your surroundings while on the station. So Hashachir is kind of leading you through. You guys have any questions for him as you guys are getting back into the swing of things?
You mentioned that you may be able to help us track down Talmrin. We were pointed in your direction to find them, but it sounds like they thought you had more information than you presently do. What can you do to help them?
I know many of the peoples that operate out of the station and speak many of the languages of Outpost Zed. I can help in translating and making introductions.
Excellent. And perhaps, should we find the time, you could teach me a language or two. I would value that if we find ourselves in the opportunity to do that.
Okay. That's cool. So you guys continue on to the far east side of the station. That's this room here. Whomp. Walking past through the promenade, you enter what looks like a very, very long corridor, maybe running the length of the station, kind of north to south as you enter from the southern ring. It's a long hall, and there's these metal tracks on the floor that are worn down and kind of polished from countless footsteps over the decades. At the end, as you get closer, you see another huge metallic door to the north. It's propped open, and there are pungent alien smells and kind of smoke wafting through this area. And As you're walking through, you see, once again, dozens of different aliens, some in small groups milling about, some with small tables kind of set up, crates and things with their wares on top of them. As you guys are walking, Hashachir says, "May I ask, why do you seek Talmrin? I know she is a black market dealer of parts, as well as a skilled mechanic, but feel free to not answer if you mind my inquiry."
Yeah, you were right to say that we were different from these folks, but kind of need to keep a low profile, so we're hoping Talmrin can help us change our ship a bit to maybe blend in a little bit better.
Yeah, we want to get to the prison. I mean, oh, wait,
Puzzle?
was that supposed to, I mean,
The kitchen.
we
He
don't
meant the
wa-
kitchen.
we want to go to the kitchen.
I just tackled you.
Oh, no.
Did you roll a 1 on bluff?
Yes.
Wait, let me see if my kitchen comment.
I mean, not the kitchen, the prison kitchen.
I mean, the kitchen at the prison is where we're going. So,
Oh boy. If you mention a prison, Hashachir says, you mean Golta, the prison moon? Why would such travelers as yourself be interested in Golta?
Nikki stares at Bumfuzzle for a second and then says,
Bumfuzzle just sort of like shrugs at him.
yeah. And Nikiti turns back to Hachachir and says, there is someone within the prison that we seek to rescue.
Oh, I see. Perhaps that explains why you seek Talmrin. Of this prison moon, I know not much, but it is said that a powerful Aslanti Sardat, Zolan Ulavestra, owns this prison. It is used for guarding the prisoners he determined need special treatment. I would not go near him nor his prison. Were I you?
Yes, well, unfortunately, we are both a little honor-bound and out of options.
And luck.
As you guys continue down this corridor, you open up into a large chamber, nearly as wide as the outpost's promenade is long, but it's enclosed. There's only a single layer here. The sides, you see what was once like a massive nuclear fireplace that's been hollowed out and turned into what is Hashachir introduces as the furnace marketplace. And there are a dozen or so vendors and stalls made from these huge overturned mining carts and crucibles. And along the storefronts, aliens, kind of walking through the crowd, hawking trinkets and knickknacks and things. As you guys look above you, you see hanging in the pipes above your heads are janky-looking shop signs, weapons and armor kind of tied with ropes, along with some dim, mismatched light sources. And to the west, you see another large set of doors. Let me reveal what you guys see here. Big part of the station.
Oh my.
Ooh.
Wow.
As you walk through, looking into the stalls, you see a number of items, some familiar, some not. This is a market, and you can find just about anything in the Starfinder CRB if it is level 3 or below. But as you take a look at prices, it looks like most of the stuff that you would find back home is a little more expensive. So prices here 10% above market value. So just
I'm
FYI.
sorry. I'm so sorry to interrupt. I just realized that I have freebooter armor that I was going to refit to fit me instead of a broccoli man. Can I do that?
You guys had a day almost.
Yeah, so can we... I have now donned my armor. Can we assume that? Okay, great. Perfect.
Retcon.
Good catch. Good catch.
Large
Good
and new
catch.
armor. Oh, thank goodness. All right, good, because here come 8 more Audios.
Oh, no.
Spider-Bugs, they want revenge.
And the Queen and Gevalar Snore.
Gevalar Snore riding them up. Right. You did not expect this. You gotta believe me.
All my worst enemies.
Hashachir says, "This is Furnace Marketplace. Here you can find some fairly exotic items from all known space. If you have the money, that is. I think that you all should also be able to talk to the merchants. See if you can find information about Talmrin. Perhaps we could cover more ground if we divide up I understand some of you speak Aslanti, so I think you might be able to communicate with some of the peoples here. What do you think?
I have a thing for this, by the way.
What you got, Rebecca?
Charming Veneer allows a creature under the effects of this spell can attempt a diplomacy check to spend 10 minutes to gather information.
Yeah. So you can use that if you chat up someone and get on their good side. You will need to speak a common language.
Okay.
Wait, does that mean that only you can do that, or does that mean that you could cast that on all of us and each of us can do that?
No, I can cast it on anybody.
How long does Charming Veneer last?
10 minutes.
Oh, it's so good. So good.
And it's a level 0 spell, so Charming Veneer all around.
Is that like, so it's basically a Snapchat filter?
I don't think it's that at all, Tyler. Did you hear what she said? The opposite of that.
I was trying to be topical, Patrick. They're really popular right now.
Oh boy.
Maybe in 2017, Dad.
Oh, I'm sorry. I kept reading the spell text. So once an individual under the effects of Charming Veneer spell you cast has succeeded at a diplomacy check to spend just 10 minutes to gather information in a specific settlement or local region, no target of a Charming Veneer spell you can cast can do so again for 24 hours. So no, we can't all do it. Just one of us can.
Well, you can do it to everyone, but if they succeed, then that's kind of it, right?
Yeah. But I guess if they succeed, then there's no point in everybody else continuing to gather information, right?
Yeah. So, I mean, feel free to cast it. You get a little bonus if you are going to be making some checks here. Hashachir, though, suggests, dividing up in 2 teams, and he says, I will take the bear and the horned lady, and perhaps go to the right side of the marketplace, while you 3, and points at Bumpuzzle, Kaz, and Akithi, you 3 work on the left side.
I'm sorry, are you sending all of the people with good charisma in one direction?
I have only known you for a short while. I could not know if that was true.
That's fine. There should always be an A team and a B team. We will be the B team.
Well, I mean, you guys pick. If you want to divide up, go right ahead. Or if you want to, thank you, Mouse. If you want to switch sides or go talk to anyone in particular, go right ahead.
I feel fine with it. I feel like this is more entertaining.
I will trust the locals' judgment.
Cool.
If I'm sort of walking through and just sort of perusing the objects here, are there any items that look particularly interesting, or maybe like a sort of a melee weapon that's maybe a little more lithe and maneuverable than others?
I don't know what you're getting at here. You gotta be.
Is there an operative melee weapon?
Specific than that. Well, let's play this out. Kind of stall by stall here, as it looks like you guys, Kaz, Nakithi, and Bumfuss are going left, and going up to this first stall. You see at the center of a few aliens kind of shopping what looks like a large bulbous body of water that has sprouted 4 legs and has like a pot belly, kind of like a chubby water elemental. But on closer inspection, you notice a small red and white tiny creature floating in the waters, kind of flitting around, looking at the different people in her stall. There's a customer that's kind of leaving just as you walk up, and you can take their place. And you see this stall has a clever array of little holographic images showing prices in Aslanti for all the different wares around here. And this tiny pink squid-like creature floating above you kind of changes its skin color and pattern a few times as you walk up, and this is what they look like.
Ooh.
Is that one of these Stellafarians I've been hearing so much about?
Yeah, Stellafera or Stellafarin. I'm not sure of the adjective, but yes, they look like a little octopi kind of floating in a big ball of water.
Looks like they're carrying a tray to go get some lunch.
It's a little Dr. Seuss-like, I think.
The water kind of forms an arm appendage as they see you 3 walking up, and it just kind of like gives you like a wave waves in your direction. If you have life science, you might want to roll that, but otherwise, Nikithi's with you. I forgot what team this was. Nikithi, if you want to roll life science, go right ahead. Kaz, Bumpuzzle, if you want to roll perception, give me that roll.
Yeah.
I always love life science rolls. I don't like life science rolls.
Ooh, what'd you roll, Tyler?
Natural one.
Yeah, you're worthless. Why do we bring the scientists along?
Well, Nikithi's distracted by all the stalls, so he's not paying attention.
Yeah, it seems to be trying to communicate with you. You see, like a gesture or two. You're not exactly sure what is being said. But you do see that there's a number of goods, and these holographic prices mean that you can buy something if you would like. I'm going to drop this creature's stalls info, what exactly they have, into our chat. So you can take a look at it, into our loot pile, and you can purchase something if you'd like. I don't see an operative weapon here. I'm sorry, Bumfuzzle.
I understand.
Got some Solarian crystals, which will be really useful to you this AP.
They also have those bootleg Golden Girls DVDs you were telling me about.
I don't see that anywhere in what I typed, so...
A brooch of shielding, I see.
Yeah, all kinds of stuff, and you can take a look. Let's move on to a Win, Hashachir, and Talara, who are going north. And as you guys are inspecting some of the stalls here, you don't see anything in these first two stalls that's really amazing.
Yeah. Amusing trinkets, but we'll move on.
As you're walking about, a very, very large, bulky, 7-foot tall blue alien kind of begins stalking up behind you. Goes right up to Talara and snorts in front of you. Rebecca has a very thick hide, a squat neck, and it's got the face kind of like an elongated head of a horse with these massive chompers, these huge teeth. Though the face lacks any eyes that you can see. This is what this beastie looks like.
Lovely. I'm not sure how to I can't make eye contact with it. It's going to be awkward.
Just don't look it right in the teeth. Don't stare at its nudity, because it is also not wearing any clothes nor armor.
Don't look a blue horse man bear right in the mouth. That's what they always say.
Don't read anything into this, Rebecca, but what is your KAC plus 8?
Oh no. 23.
Also, don't read into me rolling a D20 right now.
I'm ignorant of everything.
Is that Tyler doing his Tyler impression?
How'd you know?
Alrighty, so this creature kind of just stomps right up to you, Talara, reaches out and is trying to just grab the pistol off of your hip, just trying to wrest it away from you, and makes some inane grunty noises, just
rude.
Yeah. Well, maybe where you come from.
I assume I don't understand whatever, if it's speaking a language.
Not a single word. Hosh Hachir kind of jumps in and says, "Oh my, this is the Perileth. It is a being that none have seen before elsewhere. Do not anchor him. He does not understand our ways. Yeah, I think it wants to trade with you all." And then he kind of turns and points to the Perileth, and in his land he says, "Friends, trades, no takes, trades."
Yeah, Talara would look around to see if he had anything to trade. Does he?
Yeah, he's got like a little satchel that he's like carrying, dragging behind him. But yeah, he looks to want to take your pistol first.
Yeah, and then she turns to him and says, "It's broken. You don't want that."
Are you offering it up to him?
No.
Okay.
Mine. But it's broken. You don't want it.
So it's going to be a difficult one. You do have Hashachir trying to like broker things, but you gotta try to talk him out of this somehow, whether that be diplomacy or intimidate. That's up to you.
I can't bluff.
Doesn't quite understand broken. It understands take.
All right, I'll try to I don't know what to say. If he doesn't understand what I'm saying, I'm not sure how to even use intimidate or diplomacy.
You gotta use the international language of interpretive dance.
But he can't see me, can he?
Well, I don't know, can he?
I don't know.
I don't know.
Maybe he can feel my presence and movement or something. Okay, yeah, I'm going to try to intimidate. And Talara is just she's going to raise her arms up into the air, make herself look really big and just scream carnally at him.
Now, Wynn, do you want to aid or do you want to try your own? You're right here as well.
I'll probably right now just back Talara up.
Okay, so you can roll an aid for intimidate. All right, 11 on the dice for Miles there, so that's a +2 to whatever you're rolling here, Rebecca.
And then this is also charisma based, so it would be a +1 on top of that, right? So +3 to this?
I'm not sure what, you got some ranks on that? Or?
Oh, no, that's a natural 1. Because of Charming Veneer.
Oh, no. Yes, it is charisma based, but he seems to not understand or care what you're saying. He's going to try and rip that gun off you again.
Oh, fun.
I rolled a 15 this time, and it does. And it immediately starts licking it. It wants to lick that gun.
So Wynn's going to try his own intimidate and roar at him.
Okay. Go right ahead, Wynn.
That's a 20.
So it stares in your direction with no eyes for like a full 5 seconds after you're roaring, and then just goes rah 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 right back at you. Doesn't seem to care. But
Wynn looks at Talara and says,
I don't think he's that bright.
Yeah, Talara will turn to Hashashir and be like, all right, so what does he have to trade me?
Hashashir goes over and is kind of like helping. It looks like this giant blue claw arm. It's reaching into his bag and kind of like fumbling. You hear some metal bits kind of banging around in there. And he pulls out what looks like a pistol, maybe shoddily made, but got some dents in it. Doesn't look like there's a battery, but looks like a something pretty useful. It looks like multiple kind of lenses piled up on top of one another that seem to have a central focus. It is not a laser pistol per se, but it uses these conical shaped lenses to pulse like electrons through the gun and also do fire damage. This
Pulse, you say? Is it a pulse caster?
It is not a pulse caster. I don't think we've seen this gun in Starfinder yet. It is an armory weapon. Do you have engineering, you or Wynn, to take a peek, see what you see of this gun?
No.
I have 2, but it's untrained. So.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so I mean, you guys can take a peek at it. It looks like it's it's seen better days, but it probably is worth more than an azimuth laser pistol. Just taking a peek at it, it looks like there is in this weird alien pistol a lot of craftsmanship.
Yeah, Talara will shrug. This'll do.
Right, the Paralith kind of just stomps off after he's made this trade and just like kind of hitting itself in the head with this pistol. Looks very pleased with itself and then like stuffs it in his bag. Kind of moves off to a corner of the marketplace. You've solved my giant blue weird alien puzzle. Or
did I?
You failed forwards at least.
The best kind of failing. It has other stuff. It technically, the Paralith acts as a merchant in the marketplace. If you want to talk to him later, it's random what it does, what item it pulls out to trade with you. I decided to go after Talara because it had a pistol that it was trading, but it has some other cool stuff if you want to purchase things from it. Okay. Let's we've got a little bit from the A team, from the B team. What do you guys want to do next? Hashashir is like, oh boy, we made it through that without violence. Thank you very much.
I have a question.
Yes, Drew.
So the vendor down here has spell ampules of remove condition. If we maybe use the loot, the group loot to buy one of those, could we use that on Hashashir to remove some of his sickness?
So it doesn't remove the disease, it removes the symptoms. So this is basically like Tylenol when you've got the flu. It's going to make you feel a little bit better. It is not going to really affect getting better over the long term.
Then we ain't spending that 700 credits.
I mean, it's a good idea from what you've already done for him. He's willing to help you, for as long as his strength kind of will bear out. So what do you guys want to do next? There's got some other weird looking aliens around this marketplace.
I see a cute little scary creature way over on the west side. He could be fun to talk to.
Wait, that's my picture again. Patrick.
Oh, so in the far back right corner, you're looking at this guy. Yeah, go right ahead. Hashachir can from a distance give you the rundown on this creature, and let me first show you maybe my favorite art in this entire book.
It's so cute. I love it.
Yeah, Drew, he looks just like you. A giant maw.
Describe what you're seeing.
Yeah, I was about to say, for us listeners, it's
furry
not
Pac-Man?
What, Miles?
Furry Pac-Man?
Furry Pac-Man.
No, it reminds me a little bit of like a really horrifying version of those little Japanese monsters. You know the little brown Japanese monster things? What are they called?
Momos?
Domo?
Domo? Yeah, it's like a domo, but except for horrifying. It's like got these huge sharp teeth and this huge mouth and like these glassy green eyes and claws. Yeah,
I could see that.
Still really cute though.
Like a demonic version of the creatures from Bone.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Is it looks like the king of the stupid rat creatures from Bone. I love that series and I love this art.
Yeah, that art is amazing. That's he wins creature of Starfinder.
So yeah, you see a very squat, bulbous, dark-furred creature. It's lying on its side right now, and you can't tell like the top from the bottom as it closes its eyes, but it has as it stands up as you approach, it's about 5 feet tall, huge eyes, as you said, and these short hand-like appendages, and it is, as you're approaching, lying on a blanket with a whole bunch of its goods kind of spread out before it. And as you walk up, it bears this huge row of teeth, kind of grunts and howls at you. Hashachir says, this is the Zarb, a fairly rude beast as well. I'm sorry, Talara, when we are not giving a good impression here. It doesn't really play very nice. Every attempt I have made to make a friendship, to bond, it threatens to eat me like a prawn. I have observed it speaking with its hands to other traders after they get into a fight or shouting match with it, but I have not spoken with it myself. I think violence is its people's language. They are very aggressive. What would you like to...
How do you punch hello?
I mean, you can attack it if you want. As you come up to it, it kind of just stands up and hisses right at you and goes.
So I think women would roar back, and hopefully it'll have a different outcome than it did with the other creature.
Yeah, we got some pretty low rolls so far. Is this going to be
intimidate?
Intimidate. Oh my goodness.
That is a 27.
No, geez, Louise. Yeah, looks pretty aggressive until you start roaring down at it.
I have to have like about 6 feet on it, right?
Yeah, well, yes. You're about double its height. But yeah, after you start screaming at it, it kind of like shrinks a little bit. Goes down to about 4 feet as it kind of crouches down underneath you and just goes. It seems to back off a little bit. It kind of, you see the lips kind of close over the teeth, and it does start kind of like signing at you with its like fingers mainly. It's not like a lot of hand action, but like its fingers kind of go up and down. Yeah, so it seems like it is chatting you up, and Hashachir says, that was amazing. When I believe you speak this thing's language.
Wynn just like pops out a little monocle, puts it on, ready to do business.
So yeah, not very verbal, but Hashachir says that he can
interpret the signing.
Kind of interpret it, yeah. So, do you have any questions?
Talara, you wished to speak to him. What would you like me to say?
I wonder if he'd be up for a trade.
So I look toward Hashashir to interpret that.
Yeah, so it seems to speak as Lanty because it kind of like acknowledges what you say when you say trade and kind of like points to its blanket and its goods and then like gets down like on its knees and picks something up and offers it to you when, let's see, doo-ba-doo-ba-doo. It is a from its like personal supply, it pulls out like a small box and inside offering up to you, bowing, as you take it from him. It's a mint in box brown force field armor upgrade. And then he makes some hand gestures in the direction of his like other stuff and Hashachir interprets it and says, the Zarb says it will offer you 1,000 credits off of one item that costs that or more from its stall.
Oh.
Thank him for me.
Any sign of kindness, and it just starts baring its teeth like Mother McGee. Oh.
Then he just then one just kind of nods. So I guess he looks towards. Is what he handed me what he's offering to trade, or is he just giving that to me?
It is a gift.
Oh,
yeah, and you can see he's got a bunch of stuff here. I've put in our loot pool to take a look at this vendor. You guys don't have to decide right now if you want to buy something later, but he's got some pretty high level weapons, and 1,000 credits off is a nice discount.
Yeah.
But are there any other questions you have to ask him?
Yeah, ask him about Talmrin.
Yeah, I was gonna say
if he knows anything.
Yeah, so I tell Hashir to ask about Talmrin.
We would like to know if he knows the...
Is it a he?
Talmrin's a she.
No, the creature I'm talking to.
The Zarb is a they.
They?
It, I think, is might be what it's referred to.
All right.
Could you ask the creature if they know the location of Talmrin?
So, I mean, Talmrin's a name. There's not like a translation for it. But as you say that, it begins to knock on the station's pipes behind them, and then folds up a few fingers and crosses another one across it. And Hashachir kind of translates that, and then pulls the right creature. He pulls out his own data pad and just kind of has like a little schematic layout of the station, and says, "Well, point on the map. Point on the map." And the Zarb kind of like points in an area back behind the cantina, and Hashachir says, back where you killed the Odhios. Perhaps that is a place where people meet with Talmrin. If you recall last week, Bumfuzzle, you saw this little area that you'd have to squeeze through, but off of the Odhio kind of nest, that you saw like some odd scratch marks along the sides, but it's an empty room. That is where they kind of point out where one would supposedly be able to find Talmrin. But they weren't there when you peeked your head in, so don't know what exactly is up. Anything else you want to ask the Zarb?
I don't think so. I don't think I have any more questions because.
Could we indicate that we looked there and they weren't there? Is there any other location that she could possibly be?
He gives the old alien shrug, which kind of looks like he's doing the wave. Just let's go back over. I'm guessing this is A team up here on the right. So let's go back down to the left with B team, Keithy, Kaz, Bumfuzzle. What do you guys want to do?
Who wants to give us a great deal on things?
You just stay in the market and just say, "Deal with me."
I would like to buy things from people.
I'm going to go try to talk to this cool group of folks over here, one of whom looks like a velociraptor, and the other one looks like one of those triangle head people.
A Witchweird and a Keshti.
Yeah, it's a weird lizard-like person here. They're actually at this little creature's stall. You can't even see them through the thick of this group. It is like a 2 foot tall, small, furry creature. Eyes nearly bugging out of his small-eared kind of face. Wears a ratty poncho with that's patched with fabrics of several hues. You've seen these elsewhere on the station. This is a Screep Deep. Screep Deep, and let me show you. Oh, it's a art buffet here.
They're kind of cute.
Look at this
His little poncho.
looking cat guy, Mother Pronker.
He's got long, luscious locks, like very human hair, but on a cat.
And face tentacles.
And also is just walking around on 2 feet. So what do you want to do when you get up to the stall?
I'm sort of glancing over the stuff on the table, but maybe not. There's something there, but in either case, I usually don't have to like get down to get on anybody's level, but I sort of squat down a little bit so I can be eye to eye with this. You said he's a Screep Deep?
Screep Deep, yeah.
Screep Deep. So I'm gonna squat down so I'm real close to Screep Deep, and I'm gonna try in his lanty, and I'm gonna try to say,
hello. I am a bumfuzzled, and I am looking for Talmrin.
and I sort of cover my mouth when I say it, so I say it real quiet at him.
That's close. What are you trying to get me killed dead? Is that your goal? Get me killed off, murdered, and slaughtered. What do you think you're asking here, huh? I don't go near her. She's a very tough cookie to find. I don't know how to get to her. I don't know how to meet up with her or get her to come out of her pipes. No, sirs. He begins kind of, without even thinking of it, rhythmically tapping his foot on the ground. Just tap, 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 tap. No, I don't know how she's like to be found. There's no way I'll go and share the code with you. No way, no how. Oh, no, calm down, friend. No, there's no need for all of that. I certainly don't mean this person any harm, and I hope that no harm comes to me when I meet her, but, you see, I'm her long-lost brother.
Oh, that was almost a 20.
Oh no. He's a very skittish, if you've not been able to tell, creature, and just kind of looks you up and down. Does no, you're not. That's a lie. You're not a Gozcall. Why don't you make me, actually, you, Nikithi, and Akaz, if you're hanging about this stall, make me a wisdom check.
Yeah.
Wisdom check.
This is sure to go well.
Super average.
Natural 20.
Oh boy.
I thought I was gonna have it with an 18, but nope.
Well, both you, Kaz, and Nikithi, maybe overhearing the conversation, notice that this rhythmic kind of tapping seems to be some sort of code that they were maybe subconsciously tapping out on the floor here.
It's not in binary, is it?
No, just kind of like a secret knock.
Okay.
And if you guys are communicating between the...
Yeah.
Okay.
Nikithi calls out to Bumfuzzle and says, Bumfuzzle, be careful. The secret message that they are sending could mean trouble.
Well, if you guys want to join up the two teams, communicate with one another, and share what you've figured out, it seems like this Talmrin is fairly hard to find. Why don't you make me just a general diplomacy check, like asking about if you want to use your charming veneer and aid one person. You can go ahead, or you can have multiple people roll and kind of ask about for Talmrin.
Yeah, how do we want to do that?
Yeah, it's up to you.
I say we just kind of all roll, right? And we can use charming veneer if none of us pass. Basically, I mean, is that something we can do, or do we have to do it ahead of time? I guess.
Basically, I mean, for the spell, if you get a success, then you're golden. But if you don't, you can spend more time and kind of ask around some more. It might be a little bit more difficult the second time around as you're having difficulty finding more folks to talk to. But who's got the best diplomacy here?
+8.
Mine's 9.
I mean, do you guys want to roll individually, the two of you, and see where we're at?
Sure.
Can these be assisted checks just in case?
Yeah, well, this is what I
Not
worried
sure
about.
we're gonna need.
Natural 20 from Win is going to help.
Yeah, so let's skip the 10 minutes of rolling here and just throw down that natural 20 where Win is able to just like find a very talkative reptoid and in Aslanti. You figure out that Talmrin has their own, like some of the small creatures have their own like section of the station, and they don't really have an office. They move around a bunch. This female mechanic Gauzeclaw. The only way to contact them is they have like a secret spot on the station, and you have to give like a secret code in order to draw them out. Putting together that information you guys have gained from the Zarb and from we didn't even get his name, our Screep Deep from the Glest. You're pretty sure you might be able to summon Talmrin in this area that Bumfuzzle saw the previous day by the Audhios.
So using the tapping code, but in that area, is that what you mean?
Yeah.
Okay.
That seems to be the long and short of it here.
So Wynn removes his monocle and puts it back in his pocket and suggests that we move back to the area to try out this code.
Cool. As we are, maybe moving through the facility, Nikithi might notice a new weapon on someone's hip.
Oh yeah. Talara would go up to Nikithi like, "Hey, Slugger, you want to figure out what this thing is?"
Nikithi takes it from his eye. Let me see if I have got this correctly. This is a wave modulator, I believe.
Oh, is that Tyler's guess?
Tyler's throwing in a guess. Wave modulator. Give me a, lock it in.
Oh boy. So what do you roll here on the dice?
24 engineering.
So this is a fairly, maybe it's a rare gun. I'm not sure if it's super well known in the packs, this kind of like design. This is a cylindrical lens pistol. It is a level 4 pistol. It has the unwieldy quality, but it's a small arm that does 1d8 fire damage.
Whoa!
So
awesome.
It's pretty dope.
Yeah, when I rolled that random piece up, he had some other good stuff. And if you want to try and talk to the Paralith, he's kind of moved off. He went through these doors to the west into what looks like another room. But if you want to try and barter with him some more or someone else, you guys can go through there.
Nikithi hands it back. He explains to you and he says, "This is a very powerful gun. Fires powerful shots, but you will not be able to fire it quickly. It's unwieldy."
Mm-hmm.
Can I purchase a battery while I'm out here?
Yes, but they will cost 10% more. So it's up to you if you want to. You can also.
Wynn can't get me a discount from our little brown friend.
You can take the battery that's in Nikithi's pistol. He doesn't really use it.
Do you have extras, or is it just going to be a hunk of worthless metal now?
Yeah, it's just we'll get more batteries later, but
Last words. Didn't we pick up a battery recently, or was that something else? Sorry.
From the Audhios nest, you guys pulled out some jump jets and a backup generator, which is those are both
not a battery.
Armor upgrades. Yeah.
Gotcha.
I'm not sure if anyone took up the backup generator, but Kaz, you took the jump jets, right?
Oh yeah, baby.
Right. So what would you guys like to do? There's still more of the station to explore. You haven't really met or made friends with all the merchants here, but what's next?
Do we want to try to go talk to the big blue guy to see if he will trade us anything else? Or are we just gonna... I can't imagine that we will get that lucky with him, just because of the nature of the universe.
Yeah, I mean, Nikithi wouldn't be interested, but if somebody else wants to.
Yeah, Drew, go ahead and try it.
Well, and if you guys want to join up together, it might be a little easier to deal with this rude boy, this tough customer. but most everyone else is not interested in trades. Hashachir explains, this is a UPB and an Aslanti credit kind of focused market, whereas the Paralith, no one really understands the Paralith and what exactly they're trading for. They might just like to trade.
You know what? I'm gonna go try my luck with Paralith.
I'll go with you. Back you up in case we upset it.
Yeah, I mean, you guys can all go together if you'd like into this next area. The door is closed here, but as you open it up, let me reveal what you see here.
Oh, what are those guys?
Weird aliens. They're all over the station.
The tiny icons look like spiders on smartphones.
Well, let me get through the description. Well, I can describe them first. Yeah, they resemble these yellow crystals with kind of spindly spider-like legs gather around a small table, and they kind of have a glowing crystal that lights up their crystalline bodies, and they kind of brighten and dim, accompanied by these bursts of crackling noises. You've not seen them elsewhere on the station before. Yeah, there's some other Dralics, some reptoids and things here, but this room, as you walk into it, you see some raised platforms, and they're surrounded by groups of aliens drinking and smoking. The table's littered with dice and playing cards, chits of various sizes. There's a game that looks like these hexagonal containers filled with glass beads. There's another game that has these small holographically projected squares that alight with these little alien warriors kind of doing battle on a field. And what else? We got another door here to the south. And these spiders, this gang of kind of yellow gemstones and these long strands of silicate that look like legs. Let me give you guys a better peek-see at what these gentlemen look like. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Is it holding a gun?
Not a smartphone, but a pistol?
Yeah. They're tough customers. You shouldn't rob them. They're definitely in a game mode. They're kind of like there's some chips on their table. Are you guys heading over to these folks?
I mean, if Nikithi sees gambling, then yeah, he's gonna try and gamble.
Yeah, I think Talara would join too.
Make me a perception check as you're walking up. Everyone can make a roll.
Even if we're not going gambling.
Oh no! If I imagine you guys are moving as a group. Are you splitting off Bub and Fuzzle, or you want to go with the crowd?
I mean, I guess I don't have anywhere specific to go. Yeah, sure.
If you guys want to move together, that's fine. The rest of you, maybe because you're above ground level, don't really see much but the game on top of the table. But Bum Puzzle, underneath the table, you can see a couple of these creatures examining something projected by a holographic projector, like a handheld one. As you approach, they kind of like click it off, turn it away, and put their hands back on the table to resume gambling. But it was something that you've seen before in your own Starship's holographic projector. At least the kind of slopes of a starship a style you've seen before. It looked like they were looking at a 3D Aslanti warship.
And the thing that they're doing on top of the table has nothing to do with that.
Well, yeah, it seems like they have got a game going. It's got some cards, some chits, and things like that. They kind of like raise up a little bit on their like hind legs, and you see a few of them put their pistols on the table as you all walk up to them. Why don't you guys give me, culture or a sense motive check? Figure out what's going on here.
Oh no.
Okay, we got some good ones. Nikithi, what do you guys roll over 20?
I have a 22.
Oh, I didn't see that either. Oh, culture, nice. And that's a sense motive from you, Nikithi, right?
Yeah, Nikithi used sense motive.
Yeah. When you used culture,
I think, maybe Wynn and Talara realized that these are some rough and tumble weird aliens, and they're kind of sizing you up and almost getting ready to defend themselves. Hashachir comes forward and says, I know not much of these creatures. Be careful. They look like they could fight. They might not be friendly. They do seem kind of oddly welcoming to communicate, as you realize, Nikithi, that they're kind of glowing. The crystalline glowing and this like crackling static noise, the sound of a TV tuned into a dead station, seems to be their communication. Does anyone here in our party speak Terran?
Terran? Wow.
Terran.
I do, actually.
Oh,
Yeah.
boy.
Wow.
So, yeah, when you can kind of like start to understand, you hear maybe some like words pop out through the static, and you're matching it up with like how they're like glowing and things like that. This main one, the largest of these, kind of like comes forward and is like,
What do you want?
And who was it? Nikithi and Kaz wanted to play.
Lara.
Tora? Okay.
My companions wondered if they could join your game.
Hashachir comes up and pulls out his data pad, and for anyone else that kind of like wants to talk, you can. He has it set up to translate into Terran from Aslanti and vice versa, but main communication can go through our big blue bear friend. He says, introduces himself and says,
The name is Bright Crackle Flicker Jim, Captain of the Glimshar Pirates. Our table is not cheap.
We are not low rollers.
Ah.
I say that before I look at anyone's money.
Yeah.
we are medium rollers.
We like to play the nickel slots.
Yeah,
Nickel slots. That's too
penny
rich for my taste. Kaz reaches his hands into his pockets. He pulls them out, and dust.
Like a Sarkeesian flies out.
I am a pirate, by the way, so this culture check, like...
Yeah, no, indeed, you'll get some bonuses if you want to try and influence these folk, which I think you need to, maybe. So it is, they're playing like this long game that has like multiple hands. Basically, like you buy into a pot to play like an evening of poker. It is 1,000 credits or UPBs, some kind of materials in order to get in with them, to play a game. Give them a chance.
I will play security if there is a chance of a fight.
I don't want to play at all.
Yeah, Talara and Win are the only ones with enough money for that. So go for it.
You guys can kick in together if you want. This is a way to make money, potentially.
Potentially. Could I barter to like lower the price to get into the game?
So why don't you guys make me a check to kind of see if you can make friends with these dirty pirates, these rock pirates. This is either going to be diplomacy or intimidate, whichever track you want to go. You can only choose one of them. But if you guys want to make separate rolls, if one person wants to try diplomacy, another intimidate, you can. Bumfuzzle, you're with your perception check. You see and can identify one of the pirates that looks to be a pilot, such as yourself. They've got some kind of like astronomical readouts on a small data pad in front of them. Is there anything you'd like to talk to that one about?
Yeah, like I guess I'd like to ask what's the deal with the ship? Yeah, sort of cryptic little wink, the ship.
Yeah, they're pretty coy about it. They're like,
That ship, I don't know. Yeah, the nice one, the one with the green paint. It's my color. No, I don't know what green is. That's a color we don't have in our spectrum. Oh, I understand, but it's a beautiful ship. I think you all were considering it earlier. We should talk about that ship.
why don't you make me an engineering or a piloting check, kind of describe what you saw?
Yeah, let's say engineering.
Oh, I forgot that. That's like your thing.
Yeah, well, they're both the same, so we'll see. Jeez Louise. This whole episode, I swear. You guys will be fine without me. It's fine. Have fun.
Welcome to my entire season except for this
shut
episode.
up. What are you 15.
Well, 2 on the dice, but yes. Yeah, this pirate just kind of shuts up and like turns its back to you, just like you hear the little stone feet going clack, 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 clack as it turns around. It literally turns its backside to you. All right, so no help there, but Bumbles, do you want to help with diplomacy or intimidate?
No, I'm gonna go hang out with these Drelix. They seem pretty chill.
They are not. They threaten death.
That's fine. That's better than anything else I've had from this whole adventure.
So, Captain Bright Crackle Flickerdem, what tact do you want to use? Do you want to go the diplomacy route, try to make friends? Do you want to carouse and browbeat them with intimidate?
I would like to use diplomacy personally.
I have a +4 to diplomacy, but I have a +5 to intimidate.
Okay.
I have +9 to both, so.
I have +8 to intimidate plus expertise.
Okay. So sounds like intimidate. Does any one particular person want to roll it? Do you guys want to aid one person or make multiple rolls?
I think
I can aid Win.
I think I would like to aid Win as well if I can.
Yeah, sure. Why don't you guys both roll first? I think Rebecca, you like automatically do it if you're plus. Do you say?
Yeah, I'm +9. Yeah.
So you automatically do it, but roll just to see what it would have been, because I'd like you guys wasting natural 20s.
That would have been a 28.
Natural 19.
Natural 19.
You've aided +2. Drew shines a light at them, and it's very offensive in their language. It's like the worst word you can think of. Fart.
All right, so I have a +2 to whatever I roll.
Yeah.
Okay. That's 29.
Okay.
Do I need to roll my expertise?
No, but no. Actually, well, you can, because you can move them actually a couple of steps. Make quote unquote friends.
Oh boy, so 30 is my total.
Okay, this is actually going to move them a few to get them to friendly. What are you saying to intimidate them into talking to you?
I don't know. I am blanking.
Talara?
Yeah, I was gonna say, because I'm not a pirate, I might rely on Talara for her to say something.
Hey boys, you think you're good at this game? You should see me.
You've earned a space at their table, and because they're being a little friendlier to you, you can ante whatever amount you'd like, basically in multiples of 100 credits or UPBs.
Let's say
2,000.
I'll go in for 600.
600. Oh, Talara's spreading some cheddar.
Wait, hold on. Is this like one bet, or is this like to get at the table?
No, this is, I mean, like I said, it's like a buy-in for playing multiple rounds of cards. And there are some general rules in this AP. I'm actually going to the Dawn of Flame AP number 3, which has spoilers, rules for a lot of games of chance, written by Paizo's own Joe Passini. Whoop, indeed. And we're gonna use some rules from that for games of chance. So 600 credits.
Yeah. This is so not Rebecca, by the way.
Oh, but is it Talara?
Oh yeah, it's totally Talara.
Okay, so this is indeed a game pretty similar to poker. There's X number of cards dealt to each player, and it's a lot of bluffing. And the way this is going to go is it is a series of skill checks. First off is a bluff check. What's Tallard's bluff like?
12.
Whoa, plus 12?
Yeah.
Oh, geez. Okay. That's pretty good.
This is why I wanted to play poker.
Okay, so Let me double check, make sure I know how.
It's really good unless I roll in a natural 1, which is what I did a few minutes ago.
Yeah, well, that's still like a 13.
Yep.
Okay, so go ahead and roll that. Unless you have some tricks, is there any spells you want to cast as you're playing? If it hasn't been 10 minutes, I should still have Charming Veneer on. Well, this is actually going to take a few hours as you guys are chatting them up and playing games.
Okay.
So I'm not sure if Charming Veneer will work, but I didn't know if you had any other spells or potions or lotions you wanted to apply.
No, I don't think so. Just a straight bluff check.
Yeah, roll it for me.
It's a 24.
Oh boy, that's really good. Okay, let me go to my little handy dandy cheat sheet here. Great. The next skill check is going to be one of Intimidate. You're trying to once again force your opponents to not only thinking you have a better hand, but that they should fold their weaker hands to you. So as we've already found out, you have also a very good Intimidate. Go ahead and roll that.
That's only a 12 because that's a natural 3.
Ooh, no, not good. Not good at all.
Gonna guess that one cannot be assisted.
No, not unless you buy in at this table, boy.
I'm on my own.
But I will remind you, you've got to re-roll every AP. One re-roll each
Do you
book.
have a reroll? I think I'll hold on to it for right now.
Okay. And the last check is Sense Motive. A Sense Motive check.
Ooh, not good. Not good. Yeah, that's 0.
Ooh.
That's a 5.
That's no good.
Yeah, so it's a good amount of betting. I am changing the DCs a little bit to reflect that this is a little easier than this is actually in book 3 of Dawn of Flames. But with that, so that's a couple of, I won't sugarcoat things, a couple of failures and one success, but not a major success. So you do end up losing some credits here, unfortunately. 300 credits, about half of what you bought in for. So you don't even break even. But because your time spent with them, you guys can ask any questions you want, and they are much more willing to answer now that you're losing, I guess, some money. What do you guys want to ask?
We know what we need to know about Talmrin, right? I mean, do they happen to know anything else that might assist us in getting Talmrin to meet with us?
I mean, Bumfuzzle did spot them kind of looking at an Aslante's ship.
Yeah, I'm gonna try again and talk to that pilot again. And
he's very happy. He's taking credits off your friend Talara. And what do you want to ask?
Say.
So for real, what's up with that Aslanti ship?
It is a ship that goes through this system, Vanguard Parapet, a starship designed for guarding and supplying the prison moon of Golta.
Is that your ship?
No, that is a Aslanti vessel owned by Sardat Zolan Ulavestra, who controls the prison moon of Golta, and is guarded by guards who serve the Aslanti noble, also named Sardat Zolan Ulavestra. The Vanguard Parapet has fewer shields on its forward side, but it has a heavy laser cannon on its forward side, and also high explosive missile launchers on its forward side, and a light particle beam on its turret, so it can also hit targets on its forward side. So it wishes enemy ships to target its forward side. It is not a very fast ship because of all the weapons. It is for guarding and supplies to the prison moon of Golta.
I wonder if this information will prove useful to us at some point in the future.
The captain, Bright Crackle Flickerdim, catches up a little bit of your conversation and says,
What is your interest in Sardat Zolan Ularestra? We have a mutual friend, you see, and we would very much like to have a reunion, let's say.
I can tell you what we know of the Sardat. He is an Aslanti noble who is a member of the Imperial Fleet, and also who owns the prison moon of Kota, which is why he is an Aslanti noble. And this Gulta is where Sardat Zolan Ulavestra, who is an Aslanti noble, where he keeps his prisoners for the Imperial Fleet, but also for himself, because he owns the moon and thus can use it for whatever purposes he wants as an Aslanti noble.
Which in this
Recently, he left the system to perform a military operation on a planet known as Nakandis, which is a small colony that belongs to the Backworlds, because an Aslanti noble landed a survey probe on the planet, and the information got back to Sardat Zolan Ulavestra, who is an Aslanti noble, to perform a military operation on that planet. And this operation obviously didn't go well because they're small green creatures who are in Aslanti noble space asking about Sardat Zolan Ulavestra.
Who is a noble?
Who is an Aslanti noble?
Okay. I think I understand.
Do you? Let me go over that one more time.
Oh, no, that's fine.
5 minutes later.
Yeah.
The people of broken records.
Look, friend, I have a question for you, right? You ever tango with the Aslantes?
The Clips are pirates. Who are we? And I am their captain. Captain Bright, Crackled Flicker Dim. We pirates have tangled with all sorts. So yes.
You ever take one of those ships without it blowing up on you?
That is the trick, isn't it? To capture one before they destroy it.
So no?
No. I've not.
Oh, okay. Yeah, well, that's the trick, isn't it? That's the real humdinger, ain't it?
Do they know where the prison moon is?
Kind of. They have a general idea. It's one of the moons of one of the larger gas giants here. But after talking to them, it seems like they're kind of monitoring Aslanti trade routes and things like that. They don't seem interested in the prison, but talk about how sweet a haul it would be to sell off an Aslanti ship.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's very long conversations with them, them getting out information, which I don't know if you noticed. They repeat a good deal of what they say. Takes 10 minutes per conversation in real time to figure it out.
So these are the Ents of Starfinder?
Yes, they are, Tyler.
So are they tracking this ship on its way to or from where we are now?
It seems like they have some far off scans, so they don't know where a ship is, but they've seen these parapet vessels in the system before, and have, as I said, seen one guarding the prison moon. They're very happy to talk to Talara. If you share any of your pirate background with them, they kind of invite you into their fold as a Klimshar pirate novice, even if you have to communicate via datapad. But after you guys get done chatting with them and gaming, they're you got these spider arms clapping you on the back, and this other pirate has warmed up to you, Bumfuzzle. They have some spare equipment they have no use for, and handed over to you a couple of fun things.
Hooray!
An augmentation, a minimal speed suspension augmentation, which doesn't really mesh well with their physiology, so they're willing to just trade it off. That is a cybernetic enhancement, and one of them, who identifies as like the ship's engineer, is willing to install that, and the other is a weird thing. It kind of looks like a megaphone, but it has like laser beams that poke out of it. Why don't you give me an engineering check, see if you can figure out what this thing is.
Alrighty.
They're not too sure either. Oh, why do I even make Jibber roll engineering? I think you rolled a 1 on that. You might have gotten this. What'd you roll?
That's a 29.
This is a laser microphone. Something that you probably could have used to good effect on Necondus, but it works. I mean, it's something straight out of sci-fi. You can put it up to like an inch of like metal walls or doors, and have the hear through special ability, and make perception checks as if you could just hear right through the wall. So when you guys were trying to hear if anything was going on the bridge of the Royal Venture, you could have used this and kind of put the microphone against the door and heard like you were in the room. Great. You get some XP for making friends of these pirates. They're not going anywhere. You have more questions for them down the line. They are not merchants, so they don't really have anything to sell, but you've made good friends.
Yeah, thank you for the game, guys. I'll be back sometime, and then I'll take you. I'll be a lot more skilled then.
You guys can also find Paraleth here, kind of like hiding in what seems like a slightly maybe like background irradiated part of this chamber that used to like hold some of the nuclear fuel used in the furnace here on Outpost Zed. He's willing to quote unquote talk with you as well now that he senses Talara's and Wen's presence, and Hashachir can talk as well. Does someone want to try and trade an item with him?
Yeah, I'm gonna try it.
What are you coffering up?
Gosh, I'm thinking maybe this I don't know. Talara's pistol looks pretty sweet. I think Bubfuzzle's gonna see if he's got 2 of those hanging around. He's gonna offer up the azimuth laser pistol as well. It's got that special goblin funk on it. It's got that that junky, funky goblin laser, and he's gonna hold it up and be like, "Woo!"
Go ahead and roll me a D4.
D4 it is. That's a 3.
So he it takes the pistol from you and does the same thing. It's like licking and it's sniffing. Like puts it with his other pistol and like holds them like by the barrel and just kind of waves them around. He's like, "Rah!" Seems very happy with it, and pulls from his bag not a pistol, but a very small ring. Very small ring. A magical ring. Ooh. This will be Mrs. and figure out exactly what this thing does. If anybody wants to help or take a peek.
I take it back to Talara. I show it to Talara.
Say, what is this?
It's a 21.
Yep, you've seen maybe lesser versions of this. It is a Mark II Ring of Resistance.
Ooh. Hey, Bumfuzzle, I'll trade you.
Yeah.
So I gladly hand over the Mark II Ring of Resistance.
Yeah, those both pretty expensivo items, if memory serves.
I think it's more important that Talara stay alive and untouched, and that Bumfuzzle, do damage.
What's your lowest save for Talara?
Will. Definitely will.
Well, that goes up by 2.
Awesome.
Right? Is that how they work? Yep. Yeah, your lowest base saving throws. Awesome. How much does...
I feel like we need to keep doing this until we get something not good.
Oh boy.
Somebody's going to get my junk laser, and they're going to be real sad.
I mean, all this stuff is guaranteed to be in its bag, right? You could just kill it and take the bag.
All right, psychopath.
Well, it's up to you. You guys can come back and trade later on as well. Actually, why don't you, while you're dealing with them, again, make me another diplomacy or intimidate check. See if you can form a greater style of communication. Making all kinds of friends and new acquaintances here on the station. Okay, so between these, and now that you've got Hashachir helping with diplomacy, you guys can kind of work out a basic thing if you do want to trade in the future with him. You might hand him like something not very expensive or uninteresting, and he just like kind of throws it back at you. So you're developing a rapport. That's just about it for the Furnace Marketplace. You guys want to head back down. You've basically figured out exactly what you need to contact Talmrin.
Yeah, let's go.
Yeah, you've spent a few hours of the second day here in Outpost Zed, asking around, making friends, chatting. Hashajir says, the pipes beyond the Aeon nest, that is where you must summon Talmrin. And it's who wants to crawl back there through those pipes?
Oh yeah, that's my hometown.
Does anybody want to stay behind? When do you want to get your large bear butt stuck in there again?
Not especially.
Okay, well, if you want to continue to eat fermented honeyed meat, you can.
100%. Shopping is hungry work.
Okay. Right, so you guys can move back, get to this blank set of pipes, and now that you get a closer look, Bumfuzzle, you see that the markings you saw were indeed like these small claw marks. Very, very soft. They don't look like they were trying to attack the pipes or anything, just kind of making scores. And you see them in kind of like a pattern, kind of like pointing upwards to a very large, kind of hollowed out metal pipe that seems to connect to a lot of other ones. And you can move up to it. It's this vertical pipe and tap out the message that you heard Glest kind of subconsciously putting out there. Tap, 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 tap. And this starts echoing through the pipes above you and splits off in a few different directions. You can hear it traveling for a few moments into 3 other pipes, and then 9, and then just kind of goes and reverberates into silence, whereas you're pretty sure just traveling elsewhere throughout the station. And you guys are left in the quiet of this room now that it is free of these pesky creatures. And then a minute passes as you're waiting, and then another minute. How long do you guys want to wait here?
I imagine it's a pretty big place, so we might need to wait some time before the person can make it over. So
you pop in a squat?
Yeah, I'll have a seat.
Right, so it is a few minutes later as you hear the sound of scrabbling noises echoing off the tunnels and pipes, and it draws closer. The echoes just kind of solely located now in a pipe 10 feet above your heads, and all at once a long neck and a very inquisitive face kind of pops out of the pipe, and you see a white-furred, very delicately dressed gauze claw in blue and white fabric, and head peers down at you, and Aslanti says,
Foreigners invading Aslanti space.
Her head kind of bobbing back and forth, kind of looking you over, very similar to a Jim Henson kind of Muppet head, just like burp, burp, burp.
Mm-hmm.
Methinks a bunch of weirdos come seeking me. What dost thou seeketh here, travelers?
Talmrin, I presume. Look, we know that you're very busy, but we gotta get some business done. We're heading down to the prison moon of Gulta, which is owned by Sardet Ulavestra, who is an Aslanti noble of the Aslanti Empire, as they own the prison moon of Gulta.
You slipped into Terran there for a moment.
Sorry. I'm just, it's just stuck in my head. It's like it's on a loop. But look, we hear you're the person to talk to about doing this, but if we, how do I say it? If we're gonna do this, we're gonna need to be continued.
Adorable. I approve. I feel like my weird voice has made Bumfuzzle get weirder sounding this episode.
Yeah.
It's contagious. It's like Raikichi shell rot.
That is not being weaponized.
I'll have you all know, I, believe it or not, did not have any of those voices prepared for the these targets. Guys, I don't know if you could tell this. I was just making stuff up, which is why the pirates started sounding piratey towards the end. Very piratey.
Yeah, they had a little bit of like a Spanish flair going on there.
Boy, oh boy. This is why I said at the top of the show, this is one of my favorite APs of all time. It's so weird.
So, Patrick, is that spider's name in the AP, Bright, Bright, Crackle, Flicker, Dim? Or did you just pick that up as well?
That is the official Paizo name for the captain of the Glimshar Pirates. There's believe it or not, still more people to meet here in the station if you want. But next week, meeting someone very important, Talmrin.
Yeah.
And we get to start planning and start making some ideas. Boy, oh boy. That's going to do it for this episode. Not super long, not super short, but you guys got through a whole bunch of RP.
Yeah, we did. That was fun. I enjoyed it.
Chatting them up. I believe my voice is almost gone. So let's call it here for this week and get back into Outpost Zed next time. Thank you guys for playing with me.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks everyone out there for listening. And have a great week wherever you are and keep on gaming.
See you soon.
Good night.
Bye,
Bye,
everybody.
everybody.
Bye.